What is going on, Soccer Fiends? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we're here with episode number 4 of Mail Call, a series where I go through my mail from the last week or two, talk through what I'm thinking, what I'm buying, kind of the rationale behind it, and yeah, just kind of a look at the mind of what's going on for me. Not to say that I'm, some god to be followed by any means. I'm just a guy on the internet that likes to, open my cards and share it with others because personally I also watch other people open their cards, and I'm like, that looks like a good time, and I appreciate their content for me, so I figure I'll do the same, and if you guys like it, would love if you left a like, also left a comment of what you've been getting in the mail recently, and what you like for my mail day also. Always fun to be able to talk to you guys, see what you guys think, and with that said, let's go ahead and get on into the packages we have today. Alright, let's get into it. For the first box, we have an already open package because it had my address on the top, and I'm not sharing that with you guys. There is a nice little 25% off coupon code in here. I don't know if once this is used, I don't get to use it, so I'm going to cover it. But shout out to this guy. Honestly, he didn't have like the most feedback I've ever seen. So to have some sort of coupon code and the whole QR thing going on and all that jazz, that's pretty impressive. I'll give it to him on that. I'm a fan of what I'm seeing there. Now, as far as what we got going on inside the package, I gotta get all of this painter's tape off here one way or another. There we go. Just rip right on through. Rip right on through. Damn, that was not a clean rip. That was a very unsatisfying rip right there. Goodness. Okay. Well, can we do a nice little shortcut here? I don't want to take it all off. I kind of just want to get inside. Goodness. Is this ASMR? Is this what the people like? I don't even know. Ah. God damn it. Dude, okay. Okay. Alright. Tape's gone. Tape's gone. Now, time to get inside. Woo! Alright, I think that was a nice little Fergie on top there. Little camera bump action as well. Try to keep all this from falling, and we turn around over. Alrighty, so we can just go on through this. Essentially, what this is, and this is kind of the main part of why I even found this. Tim Howard, it's not Tim Howard rookie by any means, but it is sort of one of the earlier, cooler cards, I believe. You have a Tim Howard and a Manchester United kit, and yeah, this is also the same set that the Ronaldo upper decks are from. So I think it's a pretty cool set. Honestly, I think that Manchester United stuff's pretty heavily favored in the hobby, and Manchester United in general is. And I think that having a US player with the Man U kit and sort of being one of the first players of my generation that was really making strides abroad, I do enjoy it a good bit. So was happy to get this one. I like this one as well. Nice little action shot of him also. And then for the rest of the set, I'm not really too sure on everything I got in here. There's definitely some players that are of good caliber. Obviously, I mean it's freaking Manchester United, so I was more than happy to go on through. Most of it's going to be a bunch of nothing, to be honest with you. Got some Paul Scholes there, which is pretty cool. I'll take that. I don't have much Scholes stuff. Granted, this is, again, nowhere near a rookie year for him. This is like 8-9 years later. A little bit of Ryan Giggs action, too. Then we got some Roy Keanes as well. It's just a nice mix of Manchester United legends, I would say, and a pretty iconic set for being the Ronaldo. I wouldn't say rookie, but it would still eventually, I would imagine, be classified as rookie caliber items. It is second year, so it's obviously not a rookie, but whenever his rookie stuff does sort of hit that ceiling that it'll be at, people will look back on this. A little bit of Rio Ferdinand there as well. And overall, just a pretty cool set, I would say, in terms of me looking for a collectible set for Ronaldo. I think with Messi, you obviously have the 2004 Mega Cracks. So that's really cool. But with Ronaldo, it's not as clear cut because the Portugal League set, you're not really going to find that to be all too collectible, I wouldn't say. So being able to get a Manchester United set is something that I'm pretty excited about, and to have the legends in there along with the Tim Howards for what was a very affordable price, I was more than happy to pick that up. and add that to the collection. So next up, we have another little package here. Nice and easy to rip on open. Love to see it. Hopefully the inside is just as easy and I don't have to go through 10 layers of tape. Wow, would you look at that? All right, so this is DC Sports 87, one of the bigger consignment places that I see around quite a bit. He's sort of what made the whole slabs behind your picture pretty popularized, I would say. This is a nice little Serginho Dest lot that I got whenever I was perusing the Bay. All of them were about $1 each, and I figured it's a really common sticker, I'm not going to lie to you, but whenever the USMNT is popping off and whenever Serginho Dest stuff is doing pretty good, you can actually sell these for a decent price. I sold one for $8, and it had a line down the back, and I clarified that in the listing, and right now I think the lowest buy it now for any of these is like $9 to $10. And so to be able to pick up some for $1, I thought that was a very good deal, and I'm a big Serginho Dest fan, so to be able to add some more Ajax stuff is always fun for me. He doesn't really have a ton of like really good rookie stuff from Ajax, because he has his Topps Museum, which is like autos and all that jazz, and then beyond that, it's mostly just stickers and kind of like Topps Match Attacks type stuff. No real great collectible cards, I would say, from his rookie year. So that's why I feel like these also bring a decent bit of value, because it is one of the few things that you can actually get from him. And this is actually a more solidified set. I would say this has a Holland rookie in it as well. It's not too pricey relative to Holland stuff, but it does make the set more known, and in my opinion, would also help out with the Dest prices also. So I was happy to go ahead and add those. Now we have a package that says do not bend, so I'm going to do my best not to spaz out here and absolutely just fold this thing in half. It's not being the easiest thing to cut, so we gotta go somewhat slow here and just we'll just inch along. Don't worry, we'll get there eventually. There we go. All right, we are in. Whew. Got a workout from that. All right, so didn't cut anything. Love to see it. It is one little card. Oh my. All right, so this is actually a pretty fun purchase. I was perusing the Bay, and I have been lately, for some lower numbered stuff from some bigger name players, and I happened to stumble upon this whenever I was looking out. I don't really typically search for Aguero stuff that much, but it was at a pretty cheap price point, and I figured that I would be more than happy to at least throw in a little snipe bid, and if I got it, I'd be more than happy with it. This is a tie-dye 2015 numbered 13 out of 30, so this is first year select numbered out of 34 Sergio Aguero. I was very happy with this buy. I don't really have too much tie-dye stuff, but the market seems to like it, and personally I think it's really cool as well, so I was more than happy to go ahead and snag it. I will say it's not in the best condition, I don't believe. Yeah, I mean, that bottom left corner actually isn't as bad. In the picture, I thought it was a little bit beat up. There is a little something down there. You guys might be able to see it. I don't know, like right there, just a little something. But overall, it looks pretty good, I'm not going to lie. The back, maybe the corners on the back are a little beat up. The top, maybe? Man, I don't know. Whenever I looked at this listing on eBay, it actually looked kind of beat up, because like the pictures of the corners weren't very clear. And so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, actually this back corner, yeah, it's got a little something. All right, so that, I mean, I was pricing this as if it was pretty beat up, and relative to what I thought, I'm actually really happy with that. I think that's an amazing card, and it's also a nice little Argentina kit as well. And first year select, happy to have that, low numbered, and just a legend that really isn't, I mean, that's like, that goes to prove right there how overlooked people can get in the hobby. Just Sergio Aguero, I'll bring the card back in just to show it off a little bit more, but this is an absolute legend for Man City, and just in general, I mean, he is, I don't know, I mean, probably not one of the top 2-3 best strikers of the last decade, but he's, you know, he's up there. He's right below that. And just doesn't even get talked about at all in the hobby. It goes to show how quick someone can fade out of stardom, even though he is a legend for a a big club at this point. They don't have the history that some other clubs have, but given what they've done in the, last 10, 15 years, I mean, that's pretty impressive. And he also has, one of the most memorable moments of all time in terms of Premier League. So, I mean, I'll take it every day of the week. I really will. That is amazing. Happy to add that, and also happy with the condition, considering I thought that was going to be much, much worse, and it was not at all. All right, and now into the final package of the video, ripping on through. I have an idea what this might be. I don't know if it is what I think it is, and if it's not, I'm going to be a little sad because I've been waiting to open this up for a bit. Oh, I can see it. It is what I think it is. Oh, you guys might be able to tell. I don't know. Maybe. All right, let's find my trusty little where did my box cutter go? Where did he go, buddy? Where'd you go? Alrighty, so this is the moment. Pretty well packaged, I'm not gonna lie, considering I don't talk bad about packaging from Europe. I actually think they package things really well. I just think sometimes it's a little wonky and sometimes hard to get to. So that's a little bit more of what I'm thinking there. But this one packaged very nicely. Should be very easy to arrive within the box here, as if we are a 8, just showing up late for a nice little goal. All right, there we go. Okay, all right, that was layer number 1. Layer number 1 done. Let's try again. I guess now you probably have a much better idea in terms of what kind of card this is. If you know, you definitely know. If you don't know, well, you're about to. I'll tell you that much. Just such a good card. I cannot wait. And it's actually more than just one. So how do we get in here? How do we get in here? Oh baby, you see that refractor going on? What a beauty. Oh my goodness, there is more and more and more. But we will get there. We will get there. It's like finding a little treasure trove. You just gotta keep on trying, and eventually you shall make it. All right, well, the tape got caught here. This is just the worst. All right, we do what we gotta do. We'll cut this. Oh, getting a little closer to the card. Not that it really matters, because we got top loaders on, baby. Love when there's top loaders coming over from Europe. Makes it all the easier. So there we go. Woo! We did it. We did it, buddies. We made it. So, we have a Messi 2004 rookie card. The little Monday Chromo collection. This is, in my opinion, the hardest to find Messi rookie. Obviously the Mega Crack 71 is the one everyone likes. That has the highest pop, but that's also partially because it is the most expensive, so people are going to grade it. But in terms of scanning eBay, scanning Total Collection, and just sort of asking around, seeing what everyone thinks, this is probably the hardest one to find. And I have not only one, we have 2, then we have a third. The third is not hollow. I like the hollows more. The hollows do have, technically they have more at PSA. However, I'm guessing that's because people grade hollows before they grade base cards. So that's my thinking there. This card, I'm not too excited by it just because I have 2 hollows as well. But obviously happy to have the regular one as well. This is actually the first one that I own that does not have foil. We're going to have to get back our box cutter here and hop on in. We'll check out the conditions of the card, see what they're all about. So, if I can. Oh, we got a little close there. We got a little close. Alrighty. So, first card coming on out. Whenever I bought these, I did assume that they were not in great grade. Essentially, the story behind it is I bid on one of them on eBay, and once I sold them, the seller messaged me and said he had another one, and he also had a non-hollow that was also available, and wanted to know if I'd be willing to do a deal with him in some sort of way on that, to which I said, of course, I would be willing to do that, because these were very reasonable prices compared to what you would find here in America, and then I was on my way, and just had to wait until one got here. So, this is actually pretty interesting. I've seen a lot of these cards where like you'll look on PWCC, and I've seen Andre talk about this a lot in his PWCC auction reviews, where one side of the card looks a lot lighter than the other side, and I feel like this is one of those scenarios. So I have this card right here. This looks pretty vibrant on this side. All the colors are very, very nice. And then you go to this side, and it looks almost faded. I don't know why this would be. I'm not exactly sure. I guess I'll have to run it by him and see what he thinks in regard to that. But overall, the condition isn't anything stellar. If you guys might be able to get a tiny peek, but yeah, there's some surface issues. Nothing too crazy on here. This corner isn't the greatest. That corner isn't anything to write home about either. And on this side, it is a little bit of the same. So nothing too crazy, but I was more than happy to go ahead and grab it. And this is actually the second to last Messi rookie that I need. The last one being the 71 bis. So good luck to be on that. Shouldn't be the worst. I don't mind buying lower grades, so the 71 bis isn't going to necessarily break the bank for me. But that's because, you know, I have self-control and I don't need to go too crazy on it. So happy to add that. I will sleeve that up and get it back out here in a bit. Forgot we're going to have to go back in. I'm going to have to be nice and smooth with this. Just a nice little cut without getting close to the homie that is Lionel Messi. So with this card, I could see people maybe... What's going on here? What's going on? What is going on? Okay, we got it out. I could see that maybe people don't like this as much because it does have 4 people on the card. It's not your typical sort of card in that sense. So maybe that's why people don't enjoy it. Personally, I do care about rarity. I think that's a very important factor. In addition to that, I think having a refractor card back then for soccer is pretty uncommon. And so I think that adds a little bit of luster to it. Looking at the surface here, there's a little something on the guy on the left's face. We got a little bit right there you might be able to see. I'll try to... there's a little something. You can see it to the right of his face. Messi's side's actually looking pretty fine. There's a little nick down here on the bottom right corner, a little bit on the bottom left as well. Top right has a little ding too. It's not necessarily the cleanest of cards, and that's okay. I think for how rare I find these to be, and for the price that I paid, I consider that going in. I didn't think that these were going to be mint or gem mint. This one's actually not terribly centered, I wouldn't say. A lot of these are pretty off, and I mean, this isn't PSA 10 centering, but it's not bad either. And I mean, for the prices these things go for, I guess like in an 8, they probably go for maybe 800, maybe 1,000, maybe 600, somewhere up there, closing in on 1,000. And so I was happy to go ahead and get this for the price I did. Again, I'd assume, you got a lot more marking on the back, I would say, than you do on the front. There's a little bit of surface stuff right there, so happy with that, though. Happy with that. And going on into the final one for a little bit of inspection, we'll see what we got here. I'm not sure if this is a better condition one than the first one. Again, I don't really expect anything out of it. If this one is the better condition one, then I will be ecstatic. If not, then that is perfectly fine as well, since I am more than happy to go ahead and pick these up anyways. Big Messi guy on top of that, especially with Messi rookies. I don't really care too much for the modern chase of numbered stuff. I really don't. I would rather go for rookies and continue to build out that collection overall. This one is definitely worse than the last one in terms of condition, so I was right in my intuition that the last one was better. This one, the top left, you can tell is a little rough. Not too bad though. Again, centering actually isn't too bad on this one. Bottom right corner or bottom left corner, a little bit of whitening there. On the bottom right, I believe there's a pretty significant little ding down there. Not too much on the surface, I would say. More so on the corners for a lot of these. And maybe that just comes down to storage. I'm not all too certain. The back, as far as the reflections showing me, doesn't seem to be too bad. A little something across the face, but overall, very happy with that. I love nothing more than getting some Messi rookies and also doing some digging and being able to find them at very reasonable prices compared to the graded prices you might see on eBay. A PSA 9 for that, I think there's one listed for like 40K, which is obviously an obscene price and nothing that, you know, anyone, at least for now, is ever going to even come close to, but always fun to be able to grab these in a little lesser grade, especially, in my opinion, the rarest of Messi rookies. So very happy to have went and added 3 of them in one go. So that is it for the mail call today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like. As I mentioned earlier, let me know what you thought of the mail day and what you're doing as well. Would love to see it down below in a comment. And if you want to see more videos like this as soon as I go live, make sure to subscribe. But with that said, hopefully you have a wonderful day and peace.